Let's be completely honest about something up front. The Democratic Party's poll numbers are in the toilet. In fact, the Democratic Party has a lower approval rating, a higher disapproval rating, than both Donald Trump and the Republican Party. So the Democrats are not looking good as we head into next year's midterm elections. So, knowing that, it may come as a surprise to also know that the Democrats are favored to retake the House and make significant gains in next year's midterms. Doesn't seem to make any sense, right? Not to mention the fact that polls also show that Democratic voters are far more enthusiastic and energized about voting next year than Republican voters. So, how can you hate your own party but be super excited to vote for them next year? Well, it's not just that Democrats are going to make big gains, it's that Republicans are going to suffer major losses. And I'm not talking about in the races, I am talking about in voter turnout. And conservative talk radio host Michael Savage warned Donald Trump and the Republican Party this week that because he is alienating MAGA, Donald Trump is going to cause scores of Republican voters to sit out next year's elections. Here's what Savage had to say. Trump voters who I spoke with say this. He has alienated them. He then said that Trump has alienated his core supporters by escalating instead of diffusing the Russia-Ukraine conflict, backing a bloated pork barrel spending package in Congress, and targeting tech billionaire Elon Musk. Savage also denounced Trump's dismissing of the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, who refused to back down. He accepted a plan from Qatar, which could cost nearly $1 billion in renovations. He's also criticized the construction of a, quote, gilded ballroom at the White House. And he went on to say that Trump voters that he spoke with, quote, will not vote for a Dem, but may sit out the next election in protest. Now, Michael Savage is not a prophet. And Michael Savage is not even close to being the first person to say this. I have been saying this for several months now. Other conservative talkers have also said this long before Savage even had the idea pop into his head. Candace Owens has said it. Tucker Carlson has said it. Pollsters have said it. Analysts have said it. Republican strategists have said it. Democratic strategists have said it. And that is that MAGA will sit out. Now, here's the catch. The vast majority of MAGA, and I'm talking about well over 90%, is not going to sit out the election. But you don't have to have 50% sit out. 2%, 5%. I did see one Republican strategist suggest maybe even 10%, but I think that's wishful thinking. But even small percentages, considering how close a lot of races end up being, small percentages of voters not showing up makes all the difference in the world. I mean, when we have races where a Republican wins by half a percentage point, if they lost 2 or 3% of their support, they're losers. They're not in the House of Representatives. They're not in the Senate. They're gone. So yes, small percentages matter. And when you have, an extra 1 to 2% of Democrats showing up, 2 to 3% of Republicans not showing up, suddenly you're looking at a 5-point gap in what typically is a 1-point gap race. All of this matters. All of this comes into play, and we will see what happens in next year's midterms. Obviously, polls right now, more than a year out from the midterms, don't mean much, don't mean anything. Obviously, the opinions of people in the industry don't mean anything right now. We don't even know who the candidates are going to be. We could see Republicans and Democrats lose primaries to new up-and-comers. We don't know. So once the dust settles on primary season, then we can get a better feel for what may or may not happen. But again, as we've seen from the last few elections, polls are just not even trustworthy anymore. So I guess the bottom line is, who the hell knows what's going to happen? But one thing we can say for sure, if Trump keeps making all of these stupid moves, and spoiler alert, he will, there will be MAGA voters that sit at home next year, and that's only going to benefit the Democratic Party. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.